last thing, the most important piece, is we're going to take the North and never give it back.
Subscribe.
Take that. Take that.
Welcome to 3 Point Stance Pod, where we don't claim to be experts. We just give our takes. Take it or leave it.
We'll be fine either way. Let's go.
Hello 3 Point Stance viewers. This is Octavius Vernell Brown reporting for 3 Point Stance Podcast. Call me OV for short. Take a second to hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't already. It helps the show in a big way. You are tuned into Bear Bites, our version of a Bears News Happy Hour with fresh appetizers to whet your Bears News appetite. You ready? Let's go. NFL legend Mike Vick and Chicago Bears legend in the making Justin Fields linked up today in Lake Forest at the Chicago Bears facility, creating a nice photo op that excited fans on social media. With the Bears not practicing, our host, Vil, cooked up a YouTube short hype video on behalf of the meetup to give fans something to watch. Brisker has been picked by execs as a breakout player to watch in the upcoming season. Great to see our players being named for something positive after last week having Tremaine Edmunds named to an overrated player at his position list. All this bulletin board material lately, our guys are going to be so fired up to play the Packers Week 1. In NFL cut news, defensive end Takk was released by the Dallas Cowboys. The former Atlanta Falcon first-round pick in the 2017 draft had 79 tackles, 17.5 sacks, 2 forced fumbles, and a fumble recovery while in Atlanta. After a fairly warm start to his career, he has fizzled out. Yet, he's still just 27 years old and at this time of year could be a good pickup for camp competition to fight for a depth role. Sounds right up Ryan Poles' alley. Going into the offseason, Braxton Jones was tasked with getting better at one glaring weakness of his: strengthening his anchor to handle a bull rush. Apparently he's already met that goal. Offensive line coach Chris Morgan spoke with Josh Schrock of NBC Sports Chicago and had this to say about Jones. He had a very detailed plan when he left. What he said he was going to do, he did. Over the break, he worked hard. We all saw a difference when he came back in the building, whether it was strength or whether it was bend. End quote. That's great to hear for Bears fans that endured watching a bad offensive line last year. Braxton was named to the all-rookie team last year, even with not handling bull rushes well. If he has fixed this issue and Darnell Wright comes in and plays as well as advertised, Ryan Poles may have drafted his bookend defensive tackles of the future in back-to-back drafts and his first 2 years as Bears GM. Lastly, if you need a fix of Bears action, tomorrow or today depending on when you're listening, June 10th, NFL Network will be airing 2 Bears games from last season. The first will be the Dallas Cowboys game at 2 p.m. Central Standard Time. The second will be the Dolphins game at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. Till next time. Thank you for taking the time to tune into Bear Bites with 3 Point Stance Podcast. Like, comment, subscribe, and turn on notifications to be notified when new content drops. Don't forget to follow Vil and the podcast on Twitter at 3 Point Stance Pod. And as we always say here at 3 Point Stance Podcast, stand for what you believe in. Written by Jonathan Vil Baskerville, creator and host of 3 Point Stance Podcast. All rights reserved.